welcome to this lesson where we are going to talk about your launch listings. So the listings you're launching with in your shop and site merchandising. So even though this is on the Etsy platform, there's still some site merchandising to consider and to implement. In this lesson, you are going to learn the 5 types of listings to launch with and how to create a more shoppable shop through site merchandising with sections. And this is going to increase your conversion and make you look really trustworthy and professional and safe and like you understand your customer. The listings to launch with, you might be thinking, oh, do I need like 500 listings? Do I need like 2 listings? Like, what do I need here? What do I have to do? So we want to create a minimum of 20 launch products. Now, these do not need to be all different product types. We can remix and repackage what you have. I sold over $500,000 of one product. Now, I had probably 150 listings of this one product because I repackaged it in different ways. We need a bare minimum of 20 launch products. So listings, I call them products because we are packaging them differently. And I don't mean physically packaged, I mean in your marketing packaged. We also want to have at least one loss leader. This is going to become a power listing. This is going to be a high volume seller with little to no labor involved, and that's going to be high quality because we want to get positive reviews growing quickly. The whole purpose of that is to build your reputation and to build your track record fast. The third one that we're going to launch with is at least one customizable item in your shop. You might be hearing this and be thinking, no, I'm not customizing anything. I'm not doing custom. This does not need to be handmade or even require physical labor from you. This is simply giving the customer some type of choice in some element of the item they're purchasing. This could simply be the option to change the color of one element of this item, or to change the size of an item or the shape of an item, whether you offer like a rectangle, a square, or a circle. It can be that simple. That's considered customization. It's giving choice, and choice is value on Etsy. There's huge bonus if you are able to add a name or a word or a date or some sort of text, because this is where the highest profit margin is found on Etsy. It is in that personalized customization. So personalization, if you can find one way to do that, at least on one of your items, that is going to be one of the fastest ways to make a lot of money, and not just a lot of money, but a lot of profit per item. Just think, if you are making 2 items, let's say they are picture frames, and one of them is just a plain picture frame, sells for $19.99. Well, now imagine that you can double the price if you add a name to it, sell it for $39.99. You are adding another $20 to your profit, and I'm sure that it's not $20 worth of materials to just put the name on. We can find inexpensive ways to personalize and add a name that just basically it'll inflate and increase your hourly wage. If we can increase your hourly wage, you can work fewer hours and make fewer items, which is the goal. So my hourly wage, you guys, is over $100 an hour. My margins are over 80% because I'm willing to customize. If I wasn't willing to customize, my margins would be around 40%, and my hourly wage would be probably 50 or lower an hour. Customization, I know I'm harping on this, but customization, sure, there's a cost to it. It's added time. It's maybe more interaction with customers, but they're paying for it. So you are getting paid for that additional work or thought or effort. With customizable listings, you are going to make many, many duplicates of this customizable listing with as many good listing photos as you have. Listing photos are just going to be examples of the item you've made. You're going to change the titles, tags, and keywords and the main listing photo for each separate listing. This is how I made $500,000 with one product. This is the key. If you can find a way to do this within your product category, this is such a scalable, profitable way to do Etsy. So you don't need to have everything customizable in your shop, but if you can find one item in your shop that you are willing to customize with just even the smallest aspect, that you are willing to give some choice to the customer on, you will seriously reap the rewards. It is so worth it. Maybe you're thinking of that word I mentioned, site merchandising. What is that? Our job is to make our shop a logical, peaceful, and enjoyable place for the customer to be. We want it to feel comfortable. We don't want it to be confusing. We don't want our customers to be confused about what they're seeing or to question why they're seeing certain products. So we want them to feel at home in our shop, like they belong. Our shop needs to be inviting. It needs to be come and stay a while, not like, ooh, this is like overwhelming. I don't have time for this. Like I'll come back to this later or never. So even though we're on the Etsy platform, they do provide tools for us to customize the layout. So we need to use every tool at our disposal. The first tool that we are going to use is called sections. They call it sections, but it really means categories. And this is how we are going to create curated shoppable sections within our shop. Look at any website. Think about your favorite e-commerce website to shop on. Now think about how they lay out their categories. Think about how many categories they have and how many items are in each category. Usually it's for huge websites with thousands and thousands of products. They don't just have, category women, category shirt, category pants. They have blouses, they have polo shirts, they have sleeveless shirts. Like they break it down. We need to be breaking down categories to make our shop really easy to be able to navigate and see everything. The more you grow, the more you'll need to fine tune your categories. So the more listings you have, the more categories. You really don't want to have more than like 3 pages of search results within your shop 3 pages of products under each category. If you're getting more than that, then you need to break it down even further. So always start with some sections, even if you just have 20 products, right? Because a lot of times people are shopping on their phones. Even if you have 15, 20 products, break it down into categories because that will set you up for scaling, and it will also make it really easy for those people who are on their phones. Maybe you think, I don't even know if I have enough stuff to have categories yet or sections. Aim to have at least 3 listings per section at minimum. Just try to have 3 listings. And if you don't have enough, then duplicate a listing and repackage it to serve a different set of search terms. 3 listings per section at minimum. Order your sections in order of best selling and most profitable at the top to the least popular sections at the bottom. This is really important because if you end up with 30 sections in your shop or 20 sections, they are not going to be scrolling all the way to the bottom ones. They are looking at your best selling categories at the top. The sections at the top are the sections that you want to become known for. When you're creating your sections, you can add a plus or a little bullet point in front of the section title to make it more shopper friendly. This way it doesn't look like just a blob of words. You can also highlight your sections. If you upgrade to Etsy Plus for $10 a month, you can feature different sections at the top in a nice collage type of way. That can be worth it if you are developing more than like 2 or 3 sections. So it's absolutely not necessary to do that, but it does make your page look a little bit more professional, more like a online retailer. So you do with Etsy Plus get a credit for $5 towards advertising and 15 listing credits per month. As you're growing, that might be a good thing to invest in because really it pays for itself since you'll be creating those listings and you might do $5 in ads each month. Also, you're going to use the custom sort feature on your shop homepage. And this is going to make sure that your most profitable, best-selling items are on the homepage when they click to your shop. So you do not want your least popular, least profitable items showing up first in your shop. You want to have your best sellers. So I recommend using the custom sort feature. So edit your shop, custom sort, move all of the least profitable items to the end because you want today we are driving your sales as the first listings on your page. So what is driving your sales? What is making your money? 20% of your items are going to give you 80% of your sales. So put those 20% of your items on that first page. Now we are going to dive into an example. So here we are in our shop manager, and I just have those 3 backpacks as drafts right now. I'm going to show you how to create sections. We go to the right hand side, scroll down and click manage under sections. I created a section titled backpacks. If you want to do like a little plus sign or something, you could do that. You could also copy and paste an emoji in here. So we're going to save changes. We're going to add a section. We're going to do lunch boxes. We're in the back to school mode. Now we are going to add a section titled duffel bags. So let's say those are our 3 sections, and let's say that we have the most is backpacks, that's our most profitable, followed by duffel bags, followed by lunch boxes. We want to be known for backpacks and larger duffel bags. Those are our higher price point items with higher profit margin. So those are our sections now. As you can see, I have no items in there, but I'm going to show you how to add items to a section. We are going to select our items with the checkbox, where you could go like this, select all 3, editing options, change section, add to backpacks, apply. Perfect. Now, when you go to your homepage, I cannot publish those because they are JanSport backpacks, but you will see here the 3 sections once the items are actually published. Now, if you want to reorder your sections, you just click manage and you can reorder anytime you want and save. And that will be the order that they're shown in on your homepage.